Black Heart, I wrote that song in LA. I remember we had 2 days to write, and the first day we kind of got stuck on something. John, who I co-wrote it with, when we came in to write the second day, he said, I just had this idea, and he came and sat in front of the keys and said, Black Heart, should have seen it from the start. And we rolled in and, we wrote the song just like that. It just came, because it was quite an emotional and present sorrow for me to carry at that time. Because it was quite a fresh wound for me at the time. It just feels good to get it out on paper. I guess you kind of lay them feelings to rest, Taking it all, that's my attitude song. It's my selfish, I'm 21 and I don't care what any of you think. Well, I'm 22 now, but I wrote it when I was 21. I'm me, I'm gonna be selfish because I'm allowed to, because I'm 21. I'm living my life, so everyone go away. Leave it to me, I know better. Don't tell it to me, I can't hear you, because I still got the attitude of a teenager. You think you run the world. But I think that it's an emotion that anyone at that age is allowed to have, So yeah, I had quite a few very close people in my life that were quite controlling and trying to tell me how to do this whole music career thing, because, I used to play this when I was younger, so that gives me the right to tell you what to do, even though it's a totally different game from being, playing in a band to being the singer and having this sort of career, so I just had that streak of attitude of back off, mate. And I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm pretending I do and I like where I'm going with it, So since I'm taking it all, I'm not waiting around, leave it to me, F you basically, I love it. I'm taking it all. What can I be on the other side, but I know. Dynamite is the only track on the album that had nothing to do with the writing. It's a song written by John Newman. To me, it's it's in the verses it's like about a relationship and trying to move on, but the chorus is trying to push yourself and to move forward and step forward in life, and you're going to find that explosive power, to do so, and finding that inner strength, and that's definitely something I relate to. There's a lot of metaphors in this song and I love the words. It's like explode, the fuse, and the sparks, and dynamite. Like, I really like that whole idea. It's a bit tough. Yeah, it's just a great song to sing. I'm loving it, yeah. Loneliness was a bit of a tedious song. We had to rewrite the lyrics a million times. I originally wrote the format of the song on my own. It was about someone very close to me who kind of lost all they had and didn't know how to pick up the pieces, and were just kind of asking, everything hurts, I'm needing more. Like, in a time when they couldn't really get up, in the morning and look after themselves. So that's where the idea originated from. Quite a bit of a nightmare trying to critique the lyrics and put them in the right spot, so it worked well in the right story format. But we came up with something pretty good in the end, I think. Things I've done, this is just my personal choice and favourite of the album. I'm just so thrilled to have it as the name of the album. It was written how I spoke it. I wrote this song with John Hume, and I remember we're trying to get ideas and we're just talking things out, playing some little tune. Well, he was playing some tunes on the guitar and figuring out what we're going to write about today. With what I've done, things that I've done. He started playing this little thing on guitar, and he's like, how you been feeling? And I said to him, This morning I woke up and the sun came through the window, I had my hand on my head, in my head, on the edge of my bed, you know. I said, I just feel so old, like I've lived such a big life, but at the time I was only 21. And just thinking like all the things I've done, all the places, faces and everything, and how far I've just gone on and travelled in life, and just feeling so old. It just means so much to me to be able to verbalise that, put that into a song, to share it with so many people. And the thing about this song too is that the contradiction in it, it says only the Lord can save my soul from things that I've done. And I'm not a religious person at all, and I don't really believe in that side of things, you know. So that's the contradiction in itself. When it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you're having a self-loathing drunk moment and you're just in tears and you're just like, only the Lord can save my soul, you know, just having a bit of a sad but funny reminiscent moment with yourself, you know. And that's what it is for me, you know. And I know many people in my life too which has had plenty of those bloody moments too, so, you know, it's good. It's just my personal favourite, so. Things that I done. Don't ask me. It's a song it's a breakup song. I wrote it, you know, at the time about a specific breakup and all these sorts of things, and I thought, well, you know, I want other people to be able to relate to it. It doesn't have to totally be all anger and you know, there were things that were my faults too. It's got quite an attitude to it, but within the moments and the slow ballad builds throughout the song, you don't really get that it's got such a 21-year-old's attitude to it, you know, because it is such a nice, beautiful ballad. For me personally, that's where it came from. A bit more of a, don't ask me, mate, because you really don't want to know. She Don't was a very personal song for me, and it is something that I wholly and solely wrote about myself. It's basically, for me, it was just a song about trying to cope with the newfound fame. Getting on stage all the time. Like, I've been singing on stage since I was about 12 to 13 years old, but it wasn't every day and all the time, or, you know, I could mentally prepare to get up on stage and do what I had to do. But there, you know, it reached a point in my life where I was doing it every day, and it was actually quite nerve-wracking. And take the last drag of my cigarette, but I ain't ready yet. You know, but I got my coat on, red dress, and there's so many people out there I've got to impress. Don't like to tell a lot of people, but whiskey was standing by my side a lot of the times just to get through, you know. You've got to calm the nerves. How else are you supposed to? You know, I'm not a bloody drug addict or anything, but I do like a bourbon, you know. Because of the past that I personally lived, my anxieties and stuff were very out of control and hard to handle, I think. Maybe a bit more so than, you know, a lot of other people. But I also wrote it from the perspective, you know, like I was imagining a young girl who's trapped in this world of selling herself, selling her body, and face that limelight every night. Would you take the fear away? Take the fear. I had this lyric idea and I went to show Ryan, the man that I co-wrote the song with, these lyrics, and he just looked a bit sus, you know, so I said to him, oh, it's alright, like I haven't shown these lyrics to anyone else. Look, it was last accessed 134 days ago. And he goes, that's it, it was 134, and it fit in. We wrote the song around it, and we were kind of sitting there going, so what happened 134 days ago? Not necessarily the time frame of 134 days, but more a previous trauma that may have happened in your life that stops you from loving and being loved in the future. With this song, it's about when you have been mistreated, that, yeah, it may not have happened 134 days ago, but that just represents that something in the past is still lingering now, and you're finding it hard to move on and love somebody else. We Got the Night is just more of a fun, feel good, take the present moment as it is, you know. There's no point in worrying about yesterday or tomorrow, because it's right here, you know. When the road's closed, the lights flash on, there's no time to lend or find out what went wrong. Just, we got the night, this is where we are. You know, it's just one of those feel-good chants, I guess you could say. And writing that song with Diesel, he's got that personality in his music, and it only speaks louder from the guitar work that he's done in that, and the lyrics that, you know, we've both managed to put together in that song, that it just had that, you know, old rock, you know, just happy on your feet sort of vibe, and I love it. It's just such a feel-good song. House on Fire. This is a funny little song. I think it's probably the quickest song I've ever written. I co-wrote this song with a man named Matt Morris in LA. He walked in the room, most energetic bloke. We were talking for about 10 minutes, and I played him this little idea I had, and it was the riff. And just started going, we get along like a house on fire, like just straight away, just bust out. And I was just like, whoa. And then he's just like, so let's burn this mother down. Like just straight away, straight into it. And I was just like, whoa. Like sitting there, it's just phenomenal how this man writes. The verses, I guess, are a bit more storytelling. You don't realise the depth in the lyrics of that song until you break it down, but really it's just a feel-good, happy song. Got a good riff, you know, get your boogie on, love it. This song I wrote, I would have been about 17 or 18. I think I was at my auntie's house, and I'd just broken up with my boyfriend at the time. I remember saying to myself, just write typical soul song. Because a lot of the time, especially when it's just you and playing your own guitar, like it can sound a little cheesy. I remember bursting out into tears and just writing, you know, well, I'll hold you, these bruises we will mend, I will love you till this bitter world ends, you know, and just being that passionate and caught up in the moment. And I guess it's one of those broken-hearted songs that a lot of people can really relate to, because, you know, you don't have to be broken-hearted in just a relationship. You know, it can be in any way, shape or form, you know, and just to evoke pure emotion in general, you know. And, you know, a good soul song's always good for that too. Last track on the album, Something in the Water, is a very interesting song. I co-wrote this in LA with John Hume and a woman named Tiff. I've found the whole writing process to be very self-counselling and very personal, and I guess that a lot of the times, you know, people find it so much easier to write negative songs about their struggles and trials and tribulations, and I've got plenty of them. So yeah, I write about them all the time. I remember when I first got the demo back of this song, I was trying to sing it and get to know, familiarise myself with the song again, because you write so many songs, and I couldn't sing that pre-chorus without choking up and bursting into tears. Because I think it was a song that I hadn't felt it yet. I always wanted that one person to say, it's all going to be alright, you know, and I think that was something I always craved and wanted in my life, is that one person, that voice, that something, that just knowing someone's there, just saying like, it's okay darling, everything's going to be alright, just there's something good is coming for you. It's coming. Just stay on your path. Again, talking about spirituality, you are where you're meant to be, and just keep going, you know. And I guess that song just evokes for me so much emotion. And I think because I do tend to write about I experience, reflect, write. To not experience, not be able to reflect and write, just write it. I think that's why I got so emotional, because I felt like that place that this voice was telling me it's okay, I felt like I hadn't reached that place yet. And I still don't think I have, but I'm getting bloody close.